I really want to dedicate to my father and mother who had the good fortune to settle in Atlanta, which will contribute to all of our successes. Well, my parents was Ben Kaplan, and my mother was Dorothy.
What was your mother's maiden name?
Dorothy Albert.
Born?
She was born in New York in, 23, but 1905 or 6. And he was born in Poland in 1895.
Do you know what place in Poland?
Yeah, I seem to faintly remember it was Jasinowski or something like that. I don't know. Well, he had a brother that had come here, and he opened a little business, and he wrote back, "It's the place to come. The streets are paved with gold," and all that, which it wasn't. But he was making a living, and he was able to buy a house and
this was in Atlanta?
yeah, and Atlanta was very rural at the time. Half the bathrooms were outside, but his brother had a bathroom in the house. And his sister, she lived on Richardson Street, I remember. And she came here because her husband died after they came here. And then, of course, when they came here, they always saved up money to bring other relatives over. And he went to the wholesale houses on Prior Street, and he got a whole bunch of stuff, and he became a peddler.
How did your parents meet? Do you know that story?
Well, the city was so small there weren't many available people for meet in Atlanta, and he wanted somebody the same religion and all that stuff. So he went to New York, and my mother, he had some relatives. Because when they left Europe, in those Stuttles, they grew beards and all this other stuff, and they were extremely religious. And his brother said, "You're in America now, you have to shave." and he says, "You have to get your teeth fixed." You know, those years, they didn't fix teeth in Europe. You got a bad toothache, they pulled it out. So he shaved, and he started dressing as an American, and he'd wear a shirt and tie and a jacket, and he would, and he had his teeth fixed. I think she was born in New York.
What was she like?
She's a very pretty woman. In fact, I have one granddaughter who looks just like her, and that's Danielle. In fact, she picked up all my mother's, I think all my mother's genes, but this one, she has a little bit more of my mother's genes. Her sister, Molly, who's in dental school in Boston, she's more like me. She's kind of a quiet person, and she reminded me of myself. And then Molly's Alan reminded me.
You do not know. Lechi לשמחת חיים, לשמחת חיים, לשמחת חיים, לכי לך to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha to a place you do not know. Lechi lach on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha to a place you do not know. Lechi lach on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing.
708 Washington.
You shall be a
Side of the road. We're about 4 blocks down, because that's the Catholic home, which used to be the orphanage. About the trash can. One time, Sidney decided he didn't want Daddy to wear the same sweater that he's been wearing for 40 years. He got real mad about it and said, "You're going to go out and buy a new sweater." He took the sweater, went outside on this sidewalk, there was a garbage can, threw the sweater in the garbage can. A few minutes later, Wino came back, put his hand down to look at the sweater. He pulled it out and looked at it and threw it back in the garbage can. So we knew Daddy's sweater had had it, but he wore it forever if he could. Marvin went here, Sidney went here, David went here, I went here. But when we would walk to school, we wouldn't come down Crew Street because of the nuns had a sanctuary up here. It was an orphanage. We would never go by there because anytime we thought they would come grab us because they were looking for children, is what we thought. But we didn't have enough sense to know they weren't looking for us. But we would walk down Bass Street and then come through a side street. We'd never go down in front of the orphanage. Mother ran the register. Nobody was allowed in the register. And Sidney occupied an office way in the back. The thing that I remember as a child, Daddy would lock the door up to the case 5 and 10, and Mother would never trust him. She would go back and shake it to make sure Ben knew what he was doing. And that was their life.
So marriage hasn't changed?
Marriage hasn't changed.